I need my yoga practice. It's almost like I need to break the shell and soften and breathe and center and then, okay, throw it at me.
Welcome to Soular Flair. I'm here today with Marianne Miller, the divine Marianne Miller. How are you? Welcome.
I'm good. Really good. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You are truly one of the most inspiring people that I know. There's an aura of calmness about you, and I'd love to hear all about your yoga teaching. So, how's it going?
Really good. Really good. Yeah, yoga, I guess it keeps me calm, I guess. It definitely helps me get through the day. It's one of the major things that I need for, managing every single day, every single moment. Yeah.
So you started practicing when you were 20.
Yep.
And you've been teaching ever since.
Mm-hmm.
You taught in gyms to begin with, mostly gymnasium?
Yeah, I've mainly always taught in gyms, which a lot of yoga teachers don't really like that, but I've really enjoyed it. It was kind of a way to get me in there and be more gym based, I suppose, because I kind of had that background anyway. So it was a way to kind of let me in, more easily, I was more confident in being in the gym environment because it wasn't really quiet. We had to deal with lots of noise going on in the background and not necessarily a quiet Zen atmosphere.
What was it about a Zen atmosphere that you felt a bit confronted by at the time?
I guess you couldn't really hide, but so I guess I felt like the noise and activity going on around me, I could hide a little bit and it wasn't so it's just the way it was. I think back in the day, quiet, which sounds ridiculous now, was confronting, and I just felt too much in the spotlight and too much I don't know what the word is.
Do you think it's being afraid of our greatness as well? Like I've found as I've got older, it's more like don't be afraid to shine. Like be everything that you are. Was there a sense of that as you got more experience in teaching?
Yeah, maybe. But I think that, definitely confidence. But, I think I'm quite shy in a lot of areas. And I think I needed a lot of time and years, I suppose, to really settle into what it was that I actually wanted to teach. I felt really shy about, talking about the chakras or, being a bit more, Spiritual.
Because you moved on to the ashram now, so you're teaching at Beaconsfield Yoga Ashram.
Yeah.
And you feel you fit in with that lifestyle more as you've
I guess it just feels more real to me. Well, I guess I feel like I can just give what I give where I'm at this moment, and it doesn't feel fake or out of place. So I guess I feel like I've kind of grown into being a yoga teacher, really, I suppose.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yoga, you're saying it carries you through somehow?
I guess what it does is makes me feel at peace. It definitely makes me feel at peace. But, the physical practice is something that I need because, like most of us, we hold so much tension in the body. And for me to be able to release that before I need to deal with big issues or situations or challenges in the day, if I've prepared my body, and it goes together, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the mind is more free, more able to tackle other things, I guess. I guess it's waking up in the morning and being so tense, and it's like I can't actually cope with anything right now. It's like some people, they need their coffee in the morning. Yeah.
4.
Yeah, I don't mind a coffee as well, but I need my yoga practice. It's almost like I need to break the shell and soften and breathe and center and then, okay, throw it at me,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
As life does, life throws challenges at us. Now you have 4 children.
Mm-hmm.
What have been the challenging moments in your life?
In my life?
This is with the yoga practice as you've been, doing that most of your grown life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are the challenging things that have come up for you?
With having kids or just
life in general? What is it thrown at you?
Challenges. I guess a lot of the challenges are a lot to do with the kids and their challenges. I guess for me, it's definitely been relationships, family, friends. They're all the challenges, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Just everybody else in the world.
Yeah.
We're fine, as we are.
Yeah.
This is when we have to deal with the world.
The people. They're the challenges. But also saying that, I'm the challenge. I guess, our minds, we create, a lot of challenges just by being complicated. Or overthinking or seeing things not the right way. Yeah. So, yeah.
Questioning ourselves.
Yeah.
Now you're when you do the relaxation at the end of class, I find that really beneficial. Your classes are amazing. Your classes are where it's at for me. I really love your style of teaching. At the end, there's the relaxation, which you have incredible skills in, must I say, again. Do you find that also enables you to come back to moments in the day? Once you have done your relaxation and meditation, can you then deal with things in the day, just go, right, be mindful? What's happening there with it?
Yeah, I guess it's just a clearing. It's kind of wiping everything clean rather than just, if I didn't do that, it would just be things piling on top of each other. That's definitely a way to clear and get through. And to stay calm, to stay present. Well, that's yoga, isn't it? It's always coming back to now, to the present moment.
That's it. So do you feel this is your life purpose? What happened there to get you onto the path?
Well, I guess I just did it. I, had the opportunity to practice yoga at a young age, actually, and I just I realised this is my thing. Because we had quite an athletic family. I was fairly athletic, but it was okay. It was fun, but it wasn't really my passion. But when I discovered yoga, not really knowing that that's what it was, I was like, yeah, this makes me feel good. This makes me feel at home, I suppose. And so that's when I would have gone as an adult, found yoga. But then I fell pregnant, and that's what you do when you
some of us.
Oh, well, and you fall pregnant. So I need to do yoga. So, and again, it was just like, this is my thing. It's a bit slower. It made sense. It kind of came fairly easy to me. It just felt natural. Yeah. And as in life purpose, I guess I've continued to do it, and I've watched a lot of people that I trained with, or, I know a lot of yoga teachers that have either stuck with it or not, and they get steered to go to other things. But for me, it's like, no, this is it. This is my thing.
Right.
And although it changes, my practice changes, the people that come, that helps me to, I guess it's just evolving. It adapts. It's always different depending on who's around or where I'm at. So I love that. Yeah. That's really exciting that it's not just always the same thing all the time, because I would get bored. I know I'd get bored if I had to do the same thing every single time or day. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so it is like you're on the path that you want to be on.
Yeah. I guess so. But, when you say life purpose, it's kind of sounds real heavy and, you know, like, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? But, you know, so I guess recently I've thought doesn't have to be, you know, and it might change.
Yeah, right.
You know, it might, well, all that, like we were just saying, you know, the practice, the yoga that I teach, it changes and it evolves. So, you know, that might go somewhere else, you know. But I guess, you know, when you're talking of life purpose, you know, what are we all doing?
The pressure. Yeah, sure.
But, you know, but making it more simple. I just think it really is about helping each other, isn't it? You know, serving. So. You know, that's what we hear. But it's actually
beautiful. Definitely.
Yeah. So whatever you're doing, you know, even though you might not think it, you're probably helping. You know, in some way. Yeah.
On the topic of help, because I have struggled a lot with that, as far as helping too much or helping the wrong types of people is a theme that's been constantly coming through my life. Have you had lessons in that? Have you had some boundary setting time?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yes.
When did you learn that?
Yeah, right. I've definitely learned boundaries. That was one of my big lessons, I think a lot of people's.
Yeah.
But, you know, we might know it, but we don't do it.
Yeah.
And I think I definitely over the last few years have been forced to, you know, because at the end of the day, it's survival. You know, you've got to be good. Your mental health has to be good. So there's only so much that you can do. Otherwise, everything starts falling apart.
That's you.
Yeah, whether it's you or your family, you know, whoever that may be. So, yeah, definitely, I guess I got forced into making some boundaries, and it wasn't easy, but it was hard. It didn't come natural to me. I had to learn it, and now it feels there's a long way to go. There'll always be something there, but it's worked, and it feels the way it should be.
Wow,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I look forward to getting there, because I'm sort of getting there, but not quite, you know?
Or same.
Yeah,
definitely. I think that's the other thing I've learnt too, is that you can't save people.
No.
That's a good one. That's a good one to learn.
Can't save people.
So, yeah.
No. And you can assist.
Yeah.
But I think people also really need to ask for that assistance, and we need to know our limits of how much we can assist.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which is the boundary stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like at the moment there's, you know, a lot of light workers, I would say, coming into their purpose without putting pressure onto it, and their autonomy and what they're here. They're just doing what they're here for, and they're getting the strength. This is people who are here to give to the planet and give to humanity at this time. I feel there's a lot of strength coming in certain individuals that may have taken a back step in the past. What do you see, if anything, going on? I mean, what the heck is going on the planet at the moment?
Yeah, wow. Yeah, some full-on segregation. Yeah, look, but I guess it's always been happening, but it's very clear to see right now, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. There's something else I don't like to overcomplicate or, you know, overthink, but, you know, just a big shift, reshuffle. Yeah, something has to eventually balance out, you know, and I think is this what you mean?
It feels, I would call it the split, yeah.
Yeah, look, I definitely think, I mean, it's obvious that is happening, but I do think, and I don't know if it's just in my circle, I think there is a real, I don't know if it's maybe for the first time, but maybe it's just me, but I do feel like whatever, whoever you are, wherever you're at, whatever your thoughts are, I think there's definitely some part of us that see the other side. Do you know what I mean?
To have compassion for those,
Yeah, to actually,
for the darkness, perhaps,
darkness or whatever you want to call it.
or the not getting it, or
wherever you are, which side you are. I think there's a lot I can see anyway. I can definitely see compassion and understanding to a point. It's not just, I mean, there is extreme, but I can definitely see, just a little bit more reasoning and, do you know what I mean? Like understanding of both sides of the coin. Do you think?
Yeah, I'm certainly going through that. But if there are two sides of the coin, is the other side understanding the other side? Yeah. Or is there a group of us that are taking that time to have compassion and understand?
I think so. I think so. It might be a minority, but again, I am seeing more of that. And
oneness?
A oneness.
Yeah.
A oneness. So, I mean, it has to eventually happen. I don't know. It might not. But I definitely see more of that.
I'm seeing more of it. It's giving me goosebumps.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I think there's always I'm right, you're wrong. But I definitely see more of an overlap now.
Yeah.
Or it's happening. I think it's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
But I definitely also think, what did Mum always say? It always comes out in the wash. Like wherever we are, wherever we're going, we're being steered, aren't we? Do you think we're being steered?
That's beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah. That's really well said.
Okay.
We're being steered. I love that because there's a trust. I agree.
Yeah.
It's a given where we're going.
Yeah.
And there is a oneness, and there is a group of people, I would say a growing proportion of humanity that is starting to understand all of it. That we are all in all of it, and that we don't need this separation anymore. And that is guided and steered. Yeah. Yeah. So really cool stuff. Would you? Yeah.
You've given me goosebumps.
You've given me goosebumps too. So yeah, how do we? There's stuff going down, right? How do we go with the changes, flow with the changes?
How do we go with the changes? We have to adapt, don't we? We just have to. Look, I think, and it's what we're doing. We're lucky we live here where we live, but and because of the weather and our landscape or whatever. But I just find as I'm getting older and all of this that's going on right now, it's just simplifying, getting back to nature. I think that's it. Just like really stripping things back and getting back to nature, and we're part of this earth, and at this time in this time, and I guess personally I do have the luxury of having this nice space, this land. I love my yard, and that's why I do like teaching from home. I feel so connected to this little space I have here on earth. But I don't know. I think, what's that saying about it's not the smartest, it's not the most intellectual, it's that the people that can adapt, they will survive. And it was Einstein that said it. Yeah.
He's amazing.
I can't think of it right now. But it makes me think about being adaptable to change. So change is inevitable. Things are changing all the time. Well, look at where we are at the moment, week to week, day to day. What's going on now? What do we need to do? So it is about adapting, isn't it? And it's also that, adapting but still staying true to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you inclined to be like, woo, like up there, like me?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely an earth girl, but
Yeah. Yeah, so you staying grounded, being with nature. Anything else you would add to that equation? Like,
I think that's it. We're human, and we need to allow ourselves to be human. We have all these tools and things that get us through the day, but at the end of the day, it's we come with all these emotions, And I think that's one thing that I'm like, oh, I've got to go through this or this or this. And it's like, actually, I'm a human. And it's actually a luxury to be able to feel and to really delve into the emotion, you know. And we don't realise it's a luxury because,
wow,
you know, if we just throw it away or suppress it, it's like, you know, are we actually living our humanness? I don't know. I don't know.
A luxury
I don't
to be
know.
able
The
to
things
feel.
I say around you.
I'm gonna remember that one next time I'm feeling like.
Well, that's what's helping me right now. Is okay. I have these emotions, or you know, or grief, or change. You know, at some point you've just got to feel it, but you know, don't let it consume you. You know, at some point we've just got to continue to let go, feel it, and then let go. Again, that's yoga, isn't it?
Let go is a big one. Discard. As I can hear the rubbish
Go.
truck going past. It's like, okay, take it away. I'm ready to release.
Yeah.
Hopefully not to landfill.
No.
Compost is better.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being my second guest on Soular Flair.
Thank you.
It's an honour to speak to you. It truly is. And yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Liani.
All right, so let's finish with the sweet ads.
Okay. Together, sweet
Yeah,
ads.
together, why not?
Okay. All right.
Sweet ads. Awesome.